Hey everyone, Steve here. Well, welcome to another video. I think this is episode 307. As I said in my previous video, I'll just start saying what they are and put it on the in the description as well, just so you can keep up with it, so I can keep up with it. Hopefully we can all keep up with it. But today's video, as you can see behind me here, I've got a King's 160 watt fixed solar panel. So this is the one with the aluminium frame. It's not the one that you stick down or anything like that. And what I'm going to be doing is fitting this solar panel up with my other 160 watt solar panel on the roof of the FJ. I spoke there in my last video when I was doing the DC to DC install on Dixie about running into a little bit of trouble on my last camping trip away. It was more to do with cloudy weather and using the batteries a little bit more in the car for cooking with the kick-ass 600 watt hot plate and coffee machines, things like that. Just enjoying the luxuries when you go camping. And I've got a 200 amp hour lithium battery and it's fine. And I didn't really have any problems when I was away. I could have recharged it by starting the car. But I did notice it went down a little bit more. It was struggling to rejuvenate or regenerate the power as I was using it because of the cloudy weather. The one panel just would not keep up with the amount that I was taking out. So I've decided to double my capacity and put another 160 watt panel up. So I've got to do a few things to the FJ before I do that. I'll grab the camera over here. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm wearing the new Handcrafted by Terry G shirt today. It only turned up a few minutes ago and I thought I'd better put it on and support his channel. He's always wearing my shirt for me. So if you're after one of these shirts, get a hold of Brett from SMG, get on his website, have a look. Also the Legends for Charity shirts, if you want to get them. SMG, I'm wearing his hat, just a bit of a plug while I'm doing that, eh? So up on the roof there you can see my other solar panel. I'm going to have to move that back a couple inches, so that means I'll be moving that aerial as well. I'll also be moving the Starlink mount in the middle of the FJ there. And the other panel will run parallel beside the awning there and run down to the back of the car. So I've got to get in and move a few things. So that's what I'll be doing next. And get all that sorted out. And then we'll get back into the video, eh? Cheers everyone. I'll show you a little bit more in a minute. Bye. Got to find my tools now. Okay, I've disconnected the solar. Pulled that down through the roof there. I had it running through here and through the back of the car there. I've taken off my aerial. It's over on the ground there in the back of the shed. I'm going to relocate that to the front. And the next job is to move this solar panel. So I've just loosened off all these bolts. Good thing about this roof rack, you got these channels, you just slide your pieces in there under your bolts, and I should be able to pull this panel backwards. I'm going to have to pull it back to about here, and then I should have enough room then to lay the other solar panel through there. I've just got to move that Starlink mount next, and hopefully it all goes to plan. And I will have to remove this solar panel. I just want to check and make sure it all fits first, and once I work out that it fits, I've got to take this panel off, because then I've got some electrical work I've got to do, changing over a few connectors and that. So I'll show you that next. Cheers everyone. Okay, what I'm doing next is I'm just putting all the brackets on to mount it to the roof. So I'll put all these on, sit it up on the roof, and then I'll see whether it all fits in how I want. make sure this electrical cord, it has got a Anderson plug connector, so if you are just connecting it straight up to something, you can just use an Anderson connector. But I'll be cutting that off and putting on some quick clip release clips. So cheers. Okay everyone, I've got everything off the roof done. I've got the panel set up. I've actually done a separate video about how I've put all these connectors on these two solar panels. It is a bit detailed. It took about an extra 10 minutes or so, and I thought I'm not going to show it in this video. I'll show it on a separate video because I've had to connect these in parallel so I don't break any voltages or amperages or anything like that, because they are two 160 watt panels. So if you want to see how I did that, I'll have that video out once you see this one, probably a few days later or the week after. So make sure you check that one out. But all I basically got to do now is sit these panels back up on the roof of the FJ and put them all on. So hopefully I've got enough bolts to lock all these down. I just got to quickly check that. I just thought of that. I've got a few extras, but I don't know whether I've got enough. If I haven't, I'll have to duck down to Super Cheap and buy a couple more. But I think I have, and I'll get them set up on top of the FJ, and then I'll quickly show you how I can put these connectors together, if I can show you while I'm up on the roof, and then we'll fire up and see how it goes, eh? Cheers everyone. Let's get into it. Okay everyone, I've got it all finished. It's come together pretty good, I reckon. I've still got to test a lot of stuff out though, but as far as I can see at the moment, it is all working perfectly. Had a minor little hiccup. I just had to move a few of the clips around on one of the solar panels. When I went to put it up on the roof, the bars were spread apart a little bit too far for the solar panel to go into the clips, so I had to move them to the back of the panel. That's why on up here you can see that they're actually on the back of the solar panel there. But have a look at the panels while I've got the camera there. There they are in the sun. I haven't got them turned on just at the moment. I'm just trying to run the battery down a little bit because it was nearly fully charged. It was at 97%, so I turned my travel buddy on, I turned the fridge up a little bit colder, turned my Selfie Go on. I don't know how many amps it's taken out. Let me have a look. Good thing about my system is I can log into it and just see what it's doing. So it's still at 96%, and there's 7.3 amps coming out at the moment. So no solar going in because I haven't got it switched on, but I'll do a bit of a screen recording in there in a second when I switch it on and show you that. Any other dramas? When I went to put the panels up on the roof, I connected them all up and I went to test the solar, and I wasn't getting any voltage coming through. I'm new with using these MC4 connectors, and what I didn't realise, when you put these together, the guy did say to me, I remember him saying it now at Evolution Solar, he said to me, there's no soldering involved, so you just put the little metal piece on and wrap it around the cord, and you push it. You have this like a garden hose thing here hanging down here over your cord. You push it in the end there, and you got to hear it click, so it'll click into the front of the unit there, and when it clicks you can't pull it out. It's in there for good. If you try and pull it out, you're going to tear the cord out of the clip and the thing's busted. The thing's had it. You throw it away, get another one. So as long as they're clipped in there like that, because what I did was I went around and rechecked them all, and I put them back up on the roof, and I actually got my multimeter, and I checked to make sure there was some voltage coming out of each panel, and also the connection that I've run to the back of the car. I also made sure there was, once I connected all those panels together, that there was some voltage coming out of the back of that as well. So about 18.5 volts coming out of the panels, because I've got them connected in parallel, not series. Like if you got them in series, it'll add all the voltage of all the panels up together. So there too, the current out of those is 22.85 amps or something like that. Might be 23. and you got to, if you put them in series, you got to add that together. So 23, 23, 46 volts, and my solar regulator is only capable of handling 45 volts maximum. So that's why I've connected them in parallel, so that it doesn't add the voltage together, but it still adds the amps together. So each panel is capable of putting out about 8.5 amps. So I've got nearly 17 amps now that I can put back into the battery. The reason a lot of people say with parallel and series as well is because you don't need as many connectors if you're connecting them in series. You basically just connect your positive and your negative together, whereas when you do them in parallel, you're putting positive to positive, negative to negative. Then you've got to have another splitter with two females on it to put the two positives into, going to another male. It's just a lot more connectors that you actually got to buy to run them that way. That's the only sort of downside. But once I got that all sorted out, new with these MC4s, I was pretty good. So it's come up really well. We'll just go over here and show you in the back of the car. So I haven't got the solar turned on yet, but what I'll do is I'll get my phone turned on. I'll press screen record. There we go. And I'll go to the battery and I'll just let that run away in the background there. And I will click the little switch down here. There we go. And you should see the red light on the solar panel come on there in a second. It takes a couple of seconds or a minute or so for it to recognise that the solar is actually working. I'll be able to tell you. Here we go now. There you go, the solar light has come on. Now panel charging amps at the moment are 8.94 amps. So I'll just get up and have a look on the roof because I can't see up there. The sun is sort of behind a tree up there at the moment, and so there's a tiny little bit of shade on the panel, so it's not really getting full sun. But there's probably actually there's probably actually more amps going into that than what I reckon there is, because what I'll do is we'll just see how many amps are going in. I'll turn my fridge off. We'll come around to the other side of the car here because we'll be able to see the screen around here. Now negative 2.3 amps, because all these things that I've got turned on are chewing power. I'll pull the salvo go out and we should see that display start going straight up. 6 amps, 5 amps, 4 amps. Oh, my travel buddy's still on. I thought I turned it off. Okay, 11 amps. There we go, 12 amps. And 13 amps. So it's nearly putting 13 amps in. So before, out of the one panel, I was only getting 6.5, 7 amps. Now I can get up to 13 amps depending on how well the sun's getting on the panel. So I would call that a success. Pretty simple job. I'll go back around to the back of the car here because I'm walking around with this camera on a 2-metre pole and it's a little bit awkward. But if you've got any questions, queries or comments about this installation, please leave them down below. This was all new to me, but like I've said with my previous videos, my 12 volt install in my car, my DC to DC charger that I've put in Dixie, I have got a little update about that as well. I'll share on another video. But getting a lot more confident with working with 12 volt, and YouTube is your friend. Your friends are your friends, especially if someone like Phil Demiano. I always give him a call, have a bit of a yarn to him and pick his brain. But I think now when we go away for a weekend and there's complete cloud in the sky, I've got a better chance of keeping my battery topped up to 100%. So thanks very much again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and like always, stay safe, look after each other, and we'll see you on the next one. Look at my puppies down here, or our puppies. Say hi, Winnie, Jasper. What are you doing? They've been sitting in the backyard there chewing on sticks and that. The wind's been absolutely blowing a gale here today. It was so cool this morning, which is absolutely cool. It's great to see the cold weather coming back in. Camping weather. I'll be able to get the fire out and enjoy that. So see you guys. Bye. I'll stop rabbiting on. Cheers everyone.